My name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at everything that I picked up from Immortal Championship Wrestling's Road to Immortality 2025. I can't believe that it's been already a year since I was at the last Road to Immortality. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy that I'm kind of, I don't want to say this, but like on this journey, I guess you could say. It's just been really cool to follow Immortal Championship Wrestling for the entirety of a year, and I really hope that I can just continue to do that. But like we always do, I go to these shows. I usually spend around like, I don't know, 200 or 300 bucks a show just picking up random collectibles, and I'm going to show off everything that I grabbed today. I usually kind of save up for these kinds of events, so it's not like I'm splurging. I do plan this out, but there is quite a lot to get through. And I guess we can just start with what we have in front of us here. Number one, I did get this ice tray signed by Don Freeze. Don Freeze is a local upstate New York wrestler, and the ice tray is kind of part of his gimmick. And he had these ice trays here, and I'm always one for like kind of like props or actual physical collectibles as opposed to like 8x10s or cards. So this is something that I've been wanting to get from Don Freeze, and he did me the honor of signing it, I guess you could say. So we do have that, which is really cool. And I'll throw that just over here. And then also from Don Freeze, I wanted to show this off. He had this really cool one-piece Aokiji style of 8x10s. This is, of course, him and not Aokiji, but I wanted to pick this up. I'm a big One Piece fan, as you guys know from some of the collectibles here on the channel, and that was really cool and super unique. And for $5, this was $5, and he signed it. I think that was a great price. A lot of the people out there are charging like 10, 20, so that was great. And actually, the ice tray was free, so that was even better. Next up here, though, I do just have my little ticket stub from the show. It was at the Rome, the John F. Kennedy Arena in Rome, New York. So there you go. And then next up here, we have two more 8x10s by three gentlemen that I know fairly well. And two of them, or actually I think all of them, are in this figure collecting group I talk about here on the channel, but it's a group that I'm in on Facebook, just kind of talking about local collectibles and wrestling figures, stuff like that. But number one, we do have the Stomper Brothers here, and they were nice enough to sign this. Really cool, and I got some figures from them that I'll show off here in just a second. But we also had the pleasure of running into Brother Jonas, and he signed this awesome 8x10 as well. So there we go, always on the hunt, as he tagged it, always looking for figures. So there we go. It was great to see them, and I'm so glad I got those 8x10s. I can throw them in with my 8x10 omnibus. I'm trying to get all the local wrestlers, and those are just more to add to the pile. Next up here, we do already have an autograph from Richie, but Richie the Madman had a collab with, 16 Stone Brewery, and I don't drink beer. I only drink whiskey, so I poured this out outside, washed it out and everything. But it is a Richie the Madman, Richie's Madman Red Ale or something like that, or I guess Richie Red Ale. But I grabbed one of these and I had Richie sign it, as you can see right there. This is really cool. Just kind of a very interesting collab, probably something that I won't see in the future, so I wanted to make sure that I picked one up. Little thing here, Brother Jonas also threw in a little sticker here, so I'm going to throw that up in the crowd, have probably one of my figures holding that or something. We'll throw that to the side. Also, another little piece of literature. I did pick this up, the Central New York RPG Convention, role-playing game convention, June 14th and 15th, so that'll be pretty cool. I'm going to try to check that out. I don't think I have anything going on, but there's going to be a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll try to cosplay or something. We'll see, but this is in my hometown, so I'm very excited for that. And all right, finally here from up on the table, and I'll throw this can to the side. From the Stomper Brothers, I was able to grab this Jack's Classic Superstars Killer Kowalski. And if you guys pay attention to my videos, you'll know I'm a huge fan of kind of old, very like golden era wrestling, if that's even I guess silver era of wrestling or territory wrestlers. And Killer Kowalski, there's no kind of updated figure for him. I believe this is like his latest figure. This thing came out in like 2006, but this was awesome. I got it for $30. It's in box, so it's even better. I'm super happy about that. Another big draw of this thing was this cool like replica WrestleMania ticket in the background. Even has the seat number and everything. Obviously, it's not real. It's kind of a reproduction, but still, I thought that was super cool to have a little prop like that. And it's Killer Kowalski, one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time, and I have his figure still in the box in honestly very, very, very good condition. It's not worth a lot, worth about $30, but that's what I grabbed it for, and I'm just happy to have this in my collection. This is probably my favorite thing that I picked up. I'm not even going to lie. My favorite thing was this Killer Kowalski. So we do have that. I'm going to throw that over here to the side. What else do we have? All right. I'm going to get these two out of the way really quickly. Just going to be some hoodies that I picked up. Number one, I'm not really going to unfurl it, but we did get this XL I'm a large, but I noticed that when I put sweatshirts in the wash, they shrink. So I'm kind of getting XL and 2XL. And actually, I think this might be a 2XL, but an Edge of Hope hoodie. My favorite faction from local upstate New York wrestling, Edge of Hope. Maddock, Richter, Darren Crow, and Saren Rain. Love all those guys, and I was super happy to grab this. I have a shirt already, but I feel like it's a little bit tight. So I wanted to get something reliable that I can consistently wear that won't shrink up on me. I don't go up and down in weight too much, but I wanted to get something good. And actually, I'll show this off a little bit because it is pretty sweet. I don't have a lot of zip-up hoodies. I'm not really a big fan of them, but given this is 2XL, I think it'll look all right. Right there on the front, you kind of have that Edge of Hope logo there. So there's that on the front, right on the breast, and then the Edge of Hope in the back. This is really cool. I was very, very glad that I was able to pick that up, as I am a huge Edge of Hope fan. So we have that. Next up here, because he is the best of the best in our area, I was able to manage to get, what am I even saying here? I was able to get a Mike Skyrose hoodie as well. All killer, no filler. So there we go. If you guys are in tune with the lore, Garrett Holiday betrayed him last night and kind of scummed him out of the World Championship. But I don't know, I was pretty inebriated, so I'm kind of forgetting what was going on. But regardless, was able to get an Edge of Hope and a Mike Skyrose hoodie. All right, aside from that, let's move on to the loose figures, and then we can wrap all of this up. So, from Brother Jonas, let me see if I can grab all of these. If I remember correctly, we did get a whole bunch of figures. So I'm going to stack them up here. We'll take a look at them. All right, number one, we did get this, I think it's the Entrance Greats Bobby Roode. And he was saying that it was in pretty poor condition, or at least the legs were. But I think the legs are just fine, and this thing is incredible. I'm a huge fan of TNA, huge fan of Bobby Roode. America's Most Wanted, Beer Money, all of that. And to have a Bobby Roode Elite was just incredible. So we have that, and the robe is in great condition. Absolutely great figure. So glad to pick this up. And in the same kind of heartbeat, we also managed to get this kind of like retro, I guess, NXT title. I love these like kind of thick and blocky titles. This was super cool. I'll probably throw this with my Kevin Owens or Finn Balor or one of those early NXT champions, but this is super cool. So we have that as well. I also just grabbed an extra TNT belt, just in case I would need one. For $5, I figured why not. And then we also got the, what is it? I don't even know what his gimmick is, but it's Brody Lee. Brody Lee, and I found out fairly recently that Brody Lee was actually another upstate New York wrestler. I'm pretty sure he was from Rochester. This was a Jazzwares Vault exclusive. I was not going to go buy this on my own, but he had it there, and I was like, you know what? I want to pick this up because I love kind of the dirty look. I love these jeans. I might swap these out for maybe Hangman Adam Page or something, but this was really cool, and I was glad because it comes with all the accessories as well, including the soft good bandanas, so those are really nice. And then finally here we got a little ringside stand, and we got a Chris Hero, Legends of Professional Wrestling figure. Of course, Cassius Ohno, his WWE counterpart, but that is one of the more sought-after WWE Elites, and that'll be in the collection very soon, either loose or in box. Mark my words, but I wanted to get a normal version of Chris Hero from the Legends of a Professional Wrestling line. This was a big draw. It's super clean. I love how this figure looks. Not a ton of articulation. Oh, jeez. What is going on with my tongue today? Not a ton of articulation. Well, I guess that was a bit of a stumper, but it has some really interesting stuff goods here. You got the sleeve there, these really nice elbow and knee pads, and I don't know, it just looks so clean to me, and it was pretty cheap, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab that as well. But yeah, that was everything that I got from Brother Jonas. Of course, these guys are all in the New York State Wrestling Collectors group that we created on Facebook, but it's always great to see these guys, and honestly, talk about figures and then buy figures from them is just a dream. But next up here, from the Stomper Brothers, we did get a couple other things. I mentioned the Killer Kowalski was from them, so don't forget, but primarily here we got some CM Punk figures. Number one is going to be this old Jax, and I guess we could call it basic figure. Not a whole lot going on. He's got that pink and black and white gear, but I figured I'd pick it up. You know, I don't have, I only have one. I think it's the deluxe, the Jax deluxe aggression CM Punk, but I don't have the kind of typical Jax articulation Punk. So we have that added to the collection. I told you guys this. Any CM Punk figure that, and I know I said this in a recent video, any CM Punk figure that I don't have, either loose or in box, I will buy. I will buy it right there and then. So if anybody's trying to sell an in-box CM Punk loose or in box, or what am I saying here that I don't have, let me know. I will buy it. Next up here, though, we do have a normal WWE Basic CM Punk. I have no idea what series this is from, but this is one of the replicated ones. They actually just came out with kind of a new re-release of this Basic with different gear, but the kind of mutton chops Punk. So we have that as well. And then finally here, I wasn't really going to... Oh, let me start over. Hornswoggle, along with Richard Holiday and Masha Slamovich, were at Immortal Championship Wrestling Road to Immortality. For Hornswoggle, though, I wasn't really sure what to get signed. All of his figures were pretty expensive. I was like, you know what? I have an 8x10 by him that I got from Toying Around. I'm just going to pass on it. But the Stomper Brothers had this loose Ultimate Rivals Hornswoggle. This one originally came in a 2-pack with Chavo Guerrero, but the articulation is pretty much Elite style. I mean, check this out. You can move him around. Like, normal Basics can't do this. He's got a ton of articulation, so I was like, you know what, for 20 bucks, I'm going to pick this up. And I had Hornswoggle sign it on the back. I personally think that autograph looks great. You can see the H, you can kind of see the 2025 or whatever that is down there, and it fits perfectly on the back. Let me show you guys something else real quick. Really quick. Hold on. All right, so next, I have this loose Colin Delaney here, and I know that I showed this off recently in a video going over everything I got from the Retro Emporium, but I have this new kind of thing that I want to do where if there is a wrestler that I don't have the figure in box for, I'm just going to get it loose and get that signed. So this Colin Delaney goes for like a ton of money. I'm talking like 300 bucks in the packaging, but I got him loose for 10. So I'm going to be seeing Colin Delaney this weekend, and I'm going to have him sign that as well, and I'm going to hopefully start a collection of kind of just these loose but signed figures. So we'll see where that goes. Regardless, though, folks, that is going to be everything that I picked up from Immortal Championship Wrestling's Road to Immortality, and I will leave it at that. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.